श्री श्री राधा माधव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. We start, right? Yeah.
Thank you everybody for joining today. I'm super excited to introduce our special guest for today, this place Gokuleshwar Prabhu. So Gokuleshwar Prabhu is a graduate of IIT Mumbai, and after graduating had offers to scholarship to study in different other countries, but he decided to dedicate his life into learning about spiritual life and Vedic studies. He joined a monastery in Juhu in Bombay. He's also a faculty in the Vrindavan Institute of Higher Education, where students from all over the world come to learn Vedic studies. He's been traveling around the world, Australia, Asia, Middle East, and now US, and he engages with different dialogues with communities and corporates on topics ranging from mental health to Vedic studies and so forth. So without further ado, super excited to introduce him, and over to you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today our topic is instinct versus intellect. Instinct means there is some programmed behavior in a living entity which makes it to respond to particular stimuli, to particular situation. We call it instinct. For example, a dust particle about to go in our eyes. Immediately the eyes get shut. Is that by your choice? Yes or no? It is by instinct. Just happen. Instinct. Animals. Animals mostly act based on their instinct. If a goat sees grass, it gets attracted to eat. If a lion sees goat, it gets attracted to eat. If a lion sees grass, it will not think, let me try the menu. Or a goat sees rabbit, goat is not going to think, let me try flesh eating today. Change the menu. Some variety. Right? So animals mostly they behave, act as per their instincts, what is programmed in them. Do you not see animals out after sunset? Right? Do you not see them eating after sunset? Very rare. right? They follow the pattern. So compared to animals, humans have more choices. They are more governed by intellect. You see the difference between instinct and intellect? Instinct is pre-programmed. The behavior is already programmed. Intellect means there is more than one choice, and I have an ability to behave by making a choice. So humans are governing themselves by their instincts. So when humans have some facility higher than animals, then visibly humans should be doing something different from animals because we have some higher facility. So we should be doing something different also. But it is observed, unfortunately, that humans are using their facility for same activities which animals also do. There are four common activities between animals and humans. What are those? First, eating. Animals eat and humans. Second, sleeping. Animals sleep and humans sleep. Third, mating. Animals mate, humans mate. Fourth, defending. Animals defend themselves, humans defend themselves. Is there any fifth activity which animals are doing? It is for eating. And if a goat is away, running away from the lion, it is for defending. So animals do this for only what for? First, eating. Second, sleeping. Third, mating. Fourth, defending. Now, when humans have higher facility, intellect, then humans also should be doing something more than this four. If a human is doing only this four, then better call him animal only, right? So what is that separate thing we supposed to do that makes us intelligent human beings? Is it that animals walk on four legs and we walk on four tires? Is that a difference? It is walking only, moving. They eat on street, we eat on dining table. Is there difference? It's eating only. And they mate on street, we mate on private apartments. The same activity, and they defend with teeth and nails. We defend with guns and bombs and tanks and security and locks. It's depending on. So if we are doing the same four things in a sophisticated way, we are still animals. In fact, if we are using our intellect for the same activities which animals are using, for the same four instincts, then we will be frustrated in life because we have got some higher item which we are using for lower purpose. You are with me? So when we have higher intellect, we should be using it for some higher responsibility. For example, I have this iPhone. Suppose a fan is running And this is my desk. And papers are falling apart, flowing. Can I use this product as a paperweight? Yes. Will it give me satisfaction as a paperweight? Useful. But do you think it's good to use this as a paperweight? No. Or suppose I am in some crowd and they are making me angry, and I take this and throw on some person and he gets hit and blood comes out. Will my anger go down? Yes. The anger can go down. So I say Apple makes nice weapons also. So I can use this product as paperweight, door stopper, weapon, and it will give me use also. But is that intelligence? In the same way, this body, I can use it like animals use. Eating, sleeping, mating, depending. In the same way, the creator of this body and life knows what is the actual purpose of this body, what is the actual purpose of this intelligence. But if I don't have that information and I continue using it what I seem fit, then I'm not fulfilling my life. Just copying animals. You're with me? So intelligence has to be used to something different from this four of eating, sleeping, mating, depending. And that's why we are sitting and discussing here today. What is the different thing? And don't talk, don't think that it is university education. Is it university education different from eating, sleeping, mating, depending? Yes or no? No? Why? Right. Why am I in the university? To get a degree, right? And why you are living? I don't know. That is typical animal life. Animal don't know why they are living because they don't have intelligence to ask this question. But humans have intelligence to ask this question, and that is the first step to use our intelligence to ask question. In an office, if one employee has a higher facility than another employee, for example, a manager, does he has a higher facility than a cleaner? Yes. Why? Because he has a higher responsibility, right? He has to make sure sales happen. He has to make sure financial condition is good, whatever. The cleaner, he has to make sure the desks are clean, the room is clean, tea is ready, right? Coffee is ready. So higher facility means higher responsibility. Facility and responsibility. These are two sides. There's a better performance than the cleaner. Will he be appreciated? Will he be appreciated? Why? Because this is not your job. You have higher facility not to purchase a good vacuum cleaner and vacuum the office. You have higher facility to fulfill a different responsibility. So humans have higher facility of intelligence, not to do better eating than animals, better sleeping than animals, better mating than animals, and better depending than animals. No. Humans have a different purpose of life. And that is to ask questions. Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Dogs cannot ask questions. If you show a bread to a dog, the dog will come running to you. Then instead of giving bread, hit with a stick to the dog. Don't do that. I'm just giving an example. The dog will go away. After 1 minute, show the same bread to the same dog. He will come running again. Again, hit the stick. Again, the dog will go. Again, show the bread. Again, the dog will come. Not a single time dog will say, Mujhe kyun mara? Why did you hit me? Will you ask a question like that? Do this with human. He will ask a question. Why did you hit me? So intelligent means humans can ask questions. Why it is cold today? Why suddenly raining today? What are the stars? What is the sun? Who is controlling me? I don't want old age, but old age will come. Who is forcing me? Who is forcing me to die? Right? Don't we have these questions coming up? And so many others? Animals don't ask these questions. They are busy with what? Four things. Which four things? Let me hear. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending. If we are busy with this four and no fifth one, then we are animals with clothes. Prabhupada used the word civilized dogs and cats. Do we want to continue like that? No. We want to know this fifth responsibility. And that is to ask questions. Now, what kind of questions? What is in breakfast and lunch and dinner? This question, there is again eating, right? Where is the partner? Where is my partner? An apartment. That is again mating, right? Not this kind of question, not questions about eating, sleeping, mating, depending. Question about who am I? Who is creator? What is my relationship with God, creator? These are called fundamental questions. Three questions. What are fundamental three questions? First, who am I? Second, who is God? Third, what is my relationship with God? This inquiry and finding the answers and understanding the answers of these three questions make us different from animals. Otherwise, it's animal life. And please don't be educated animal. Be educated human, which means add answers to this question part of your education. So what we are having education now, add spiritual education to it. That means answers to these questions. Are they interesting? Should we discuss the answers? Yes, no? Who am I? Generally, when we answer this question, we refer to our body. I am a boy. I am a girl. I am Indian. I am American. I am engineer. I am doctor. I am lawyer. I am mother. I am father. I am black. I am white, brown. But this is all what? Label of the body. Bhagavad Gita answers that each one of us is different from this body. Each one of us is soul, Atma. We all had a baby body crying in the lap of our mother. Where is that body now? Gone. Now we have a young body. After a few years, we'll have an old body. You see, the body has changed, but we are the same person who has not changed, which means we are different from this body. If suppose in a family, father dies and you happen to visit, what will be the scene? The body will be there on the bed in a white bed sheet, and all around relatives will be crying. My husband left me, my father passed away, my brother is no more. Like this, they will be saying and crying, right? You go to the wife and say, why are you crying? She'll say, my husband left me, he passed away. You say, that's not true. Your husband is here. Whatever was yesterday is also today. The weight is same, the length, breadth, height is same. Yesterday, two eyes, today, two eyes. One nose, 2 years, 2 years, kidney, liver, heart, hands, legs, fingers, nails, tongue, teeth, hair. Everything is same, nothing is missing. Why are you crying? What will she say? This is not my husband. This is my husband's body. My husband left me in the morning. Right? Who left you? What is missing? Whole life she thinks this tall man is my husband. But today she says, this is not my husband. There was somebody inside who was my husband. So after 50, 60 years, she came to know real husband was somebody else, not this tall body. Should we wait till death to have this information? That all our relationships, the relationship is with the soul. The exchange is because of the presence of the soul. If the soul leaves the body, do we have any exchange with the dead body? No. Do we have love for the dead body? We dispose the dead body in 24 hours. How can you burn or dispose a body whom you love for 50, 60 years? Because the love is for the soul. You are with me? How many of you did mathematics? Basic. Okay, I'll ask you a simple mathematics question. If A is equal to B, then what is A minus B? 0? Simple? Fast? If A is not equal to B, then what is A minus B? Not 0. Positive, negative, I don't know. But one thing I am sure it is not 0. Call it X. X exists. X is not 0. That means it exists. Something. Absolute value. Right? Okay. So A is equal to a living person, one of us. Living person. B is equal to dead body. Somewhere. Is A equal to B? Is living person equal to dead body? No. Then A minus B, living person minus dead body. One thing is sure is non-zero. Call it X. That is called soul. What is soul? Living person minus dead body. The soul exists as per this definition? Yes. Living person is different from dead body. Left hand side is not equal to right hand side. If you cut a dead body, you will not be punished. If you dispose a dead body, it's a punya, pious activity. cremation, burning. But if you cut a living person, you'll go to jail. There is a difference. So living person minus dead body called soul. So each one of us is soul, not this body. And each one of our relationship is because of the presence of the soul. If the soul leaves the body, do we love the person? No, we dispose the person. How can you dispose somebody? How can you burn somebody or cremate somebody whom you love? You are with me? Can I ask you IQ question? Okay? You have to hear carefully. I'll tell you a small story. At the end, there'll be a question. The story is about you. Say you are a young person about to do a job and you get a good job, high salary, settled in life, economically, get a house, everything. Now, what is the next thing you want after job? Marriage. नौकरी के बाद छोकरी. Husband or wife. Wife, right? So suppose you are a boy. You want to marry a good girl. Now, when you are in a stage where you want to marry a girl, whichever female you see around you, you evaluate whether it's a proper candidate for me or not. Am I right? If you are on the street walking and you see a female, you start evaluating. Oh, little tall. This one, no, little fat. This one perfect. Oh, Mangal Sutra. Right? It's evaluation. So one day you are reading newspaper and there's photo of a girl. Recent beauty queen, so and so. Miss America. And you identify, she stays near my apartment. I know the father. And what is the thought in the heart? If I marry her, life ban jayegi, life will be good. She is beautiful, she is beauty queen, money will come in, good career. And you think I am also handsome, from good family, earning well, about to start my own company. So you go and meet the father. And you share your biodata. Father is impressed. And he says, my dear son, what can I do for you? And you say, I have a proposal. I want to marry your daughter. And he says, get out. 100 have come since morning. But you are a determined person. Try and try, but do not cry. So you plan to visit the father again after 30 days. After 15 days, again you read the newspaper. Recent beauty queen so and so died in a car crash. That's the sad news. So you are sad. You visit the father again. Sorry, the father comes to your house, crying. He's in the neighborhood. He says, son, that day you came, I was very impressed. I did a mistake of rejecting you. You are a good candidate. Please marry my daughter. And he gives the dead body to you to marry. Now my IQ question. Please answer carefully. Will you marry? Yes or no? No. Why? You see, there will be no cosmetic expenses, only perfume. There will be no cloth expenses, only bed sheet. And she will be quiet. It is very difficult to get a quiet spouse. Will you marry? You say, oh, my dear uncle, it's smelling bad. Please cremate. Why? Why you will not marry? You loved her. Why you're cremating her? Even though the attraction was after seeing the photo of the body, but the actual relationship is with the soul. Am I right? But we don't realize this. So taking care of soul is called spirituality. It is a science. It is not some faith or some religion. It is science. Just like parrot inside a cage. We should clean the cage. Every few months we should paint the cage. If somebody does that, cleaning the cage, painting the cage, but doesn't feed the parrot, will the parrot be happy? No. So this body is a cage and soul is a parrot. And what do I do whole day? Feed the body, clean the body, sleep for the body. Everything I do for the body, nothing for the soul. Will I be happy? No. That's why there's so much misery in the world. So why we are having these sessions? So that we learn to take care of the soul. So the question comes, from where does the soul come? And that is towards second question, who is creator? Who is God? Firstly, God exists. You are with me in the page? God exists? No? Yes? Maybe? You heard of Isaac Newton? Three laws of motion. He increased our syllabus. You heard? So he used to give classes on three laws, seminars, and he met a physics professor. And the conversation turned towards God. And Newton was not a mathematician, he was a philosopher. And he wrote a lot on God. In your library, you will get collected works of Newton. And you read that. He refers to God as Lord Universe, which we in India refer as Jagannath, Lord Universe, Lord of the Universe. So when he spoke about God, the physics professor was atheist. He said, Newton, come on, we are in the age of modern science. Why are you talking about God? He doesn't exist. So Newton told him, look, it is late night now. Why don't we continue the conversation tomorrow in my laboratory? And the professor was very happy. I got invitation to Newton's private laboratory. Great honor for me. So they met in the laboratory over coffee. And while seeing the laboratory, in one corner, there was a table. And the professor saw a very beautiful small scale model of the solar system. Small balls were there with sun in the center and all the 9 planets. Earth, Mars, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. Small scale distances, small balls. Very nice small scale model. Well proportionate distances and diameters. The professor got attracted. He said, wow, Newton, such a nice small scale model of the solar system. Who made it? Newton said, look, yesterday when I locked the laboratory, this model was not here. Some wood and some paint bottles were here. Today morning, when I unlocked the laboratory, this model is here. It came by its own, nobody made it. The professor laughed. He said, come on, Newton, you are teasing me. How can such a perfect small scale model with well proportionate distances and diameters come on its own? Somebody has to make it. It cannot manifest on its own, right? So Newton asked him, if this small scale model requires a creator, what about the real solar system? That came on its own? That also requires a creator. And that is God, the creator. So God exists. And who is God? There's big confusion. Some say Krishna, some say Ram, some say Durga, some say Ganesh, some say Allah, some say Christ, some say Sachin Tendulkar, some say I am God, you are God, some stone is God. So as far as Bhagavad Gita is concerned, the question is very easily answered. In Bhagavad Gita, it is mentioned Krishna is God, Supreme Personality of Godhead. He has many names: Allah, Christ, Parameshwar, Paramatma, Lord, God, Uparwala, Malik, Swami, Ram. But there is one person with many names. You see, whenever you read a book, the author of the book introduces the characters at the beginning of the book. And you have to agree with the introduction of the characters. Otherwise, you will not understand the book. You are with me? For example, William Shakespeare. He has written a story, Romeo and Juliet. Popular story. You heard? So he introduces the characters. Romeo is a young boy, so and so city. Juliet is a young, beautiful girl, so and so neighboring city. And you are reading. What you have to do with this information? Accept it. You can't say, I don't agree. I think Romeo is grandmother and Juliet is granddaughter. Yeah, this is correct. Let me read further. Will you understand the plot? Love story between grandmother and daughter, granddaughter? No, you will not understand. Then why you are reading the book? If you read any book, you have to agree with the introduction of characters given by the author of the book. Right? Now, if you are students of Bhagavad Gita, I want to know what is in Bhagavad Gita. Who is the author? Vyasdev. And he has introduced the characters. If you are aware, Bhagavad Gita has 4 characters. Who? Dhritarashtra, Sanjay, Arjun, Krishna. Right? When Dhritarashtra speaks, how does Vyasdev introduce? Shri Dhritarashtra Uvacha. Sanskrit. Uvacha means said. Dhritarashtra said. When Sanjay speaks, Shri Sanjay Uvacha. Sanjay said. When Arjuna speaks, Shri Arjun Uvacha. Arjuna said. When Krishna speaks, Shri Krishna Uvacha. No. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Bhagavan said. Now, why does he change the pattern? Why doesn't he say Shri Krishna Uvacha? What is wrong in that? Of course, nothing is wrong in that. But he's introducing Krishna as Bhagavan, God. And I am reading Bhagavad Gita. Should I agree with this? Yes, otherwise don't read. Otherwise, why you are reading a book? When you don't agree with the author's introduction of characters, it will not make sense. Even our teachers, they introduce some symbols, right? Theta, gamma, we have to say, yeah, okay. We can't say, I don't agree with you. This is not A, this is K. No, you have to agree with the symbols, otherwise you will not get education. Definitely you can question Bhagavad Gita as well if it is not logical. But even to question, you have to understand what is written in that. So as a student, we agree with the introduction of characters and then experiment on it. Right? So who is God as far as Bhagavad Gita is concerned? Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. That settles. From where does the soul come? It comes from God. He is the source of everything. Janmadi asya yataha. Now, third question. What is the third question? What is my relationship with Krishna? So the relationship is a relationship of love. We are part and parcel of Krishna. He is our source. He loves us. We are supposed to love him back. And that's a very sweet relationship. He loves us. Is there a proof? He has given us everything. Free. The trees, the air, the fire, the earth, the sun, the moon, the stars, the sky. Does he give bill for sunlight or water, rain or oxygen? Go to hospital, they will give you bill for oxygen. No, they will give you bill for oxygen cylinder. How much oxygen we are consuming every day? No bill. How much rain is coming? No bill. How much sunlight is coming? No bill. Isn't that love? So he loves us. We should also love him. How do we love Krishna? Go and say, I love you. Love means doing service. Seva. Say a boyfriend, girlfriend, boy, girl, meet in the park. And a boy tells the girl, I love you. And the girl says, I am thirsty. Can you get me water? And the boy says, no, no, I already told you I love you. That's all, nothing else. Will you call it love? Love means offering some service. So loving Krishna means offering some service to Krishna. And when you offer service with love, that is called bhakti, devotion, devotional service. So we are part and parcel of Krishna. Our relationship is that of love and service. So when we offer love to Krishna, when we offer service to Krishna, the soul is nourished. Why? Because that is a natural relationship. Like a baby is part of mother. And when the baby goes in the lap of the mother, baby is happy because that's a natural relationship. Fish goes inside water, fish is happy because there's a natural atmosphere. If you take fish outside water, will the fish be happy? No, you go to fish, say, be happy, take this iPhone, take this Mercedes car, take this puri halwa and pizza. Will the fish be happy? No. Fish wants natural atmosphere, which is water. So we are souls, spiritual. We want natural connection, which is with Krishna. So when we establish this connection, we are happy. How to establish this connection? I'll tell you very simple formula. Very simple. Should I? Go to the forest and meditate for 30,000-40,000 years. Very popular formula. You heard about it? Yes. Is that okay? No, today is not possible. Okay, I tell you another formula. Learn Sanskrit mantras, get pure ghee, pour it in fire, swaha, chant the mantra. Will that work? No, pure ghee is very costly. No parents will allow us to put in the ghee, put in the fire and waste it. Third formula is make a big temple and become a pujari. Do arti. Very nice. But will it work for us? No. So the most practical formula which will work is to sit comfortably wherever you are and chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And there is no rule. You don't even have to sit. You can stand and walk and chant. There is no rule for this. No time, no place, no circumstance. You can chant after bath. You can chant before bath. You can chant with shoes. You can chant without shoes. You can chant in the temple, in the house, in the park, in the university, in the car, in the bus. Indians can chant, non-Indians can chant, children can chant, adults can chant, males can chant, females can chant, Hindu can chant, Christians can chant, Muslims can chant. Morning, evening, night. No rule, anybody can chant, anytime, any place. But what happens when we chant this? We come in contact with Krishna. Because the holy name of Krishna, the name of Krishna, and Krishna himself, these two are one, non-different. Left hand side is equal to right hand side. See, if I want water, and I sit here and say water, 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 Will my thirst go away? No. Why? Because water name and water object. These two are two different. If I sit here and say mango, 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 will I feel something sweet on my tongue? No, because mango name and mango fruit, these two are different. But when I say Krishna or Ram, I directly come in contact with Krishna because Krishna name, Krishna person, these two are one. That is absolute power. So we chant Hare Krishna. That is the beginning of bhakti. And like this, we gather every week and learn more aspects of bhakti from Bhagavad Gita. And as I said, this is not blind faith. If you have questions, please free to ask, feel free to ask questions. Don't blindly accept it, but don't blindly reject it also. Blind rejection is same as blind acceptance, right? So hear it carefully, think over it, ask questions, and accept the process. Add Krishna to your life, then life will be perfect. Why? Because he is perfect. When I follow perfect person, I will be perfect. When I follow imperfect person, I will be imperfect. There was one very intelligent person. He was walking from his village to another village to meet his friend. 2, 3 hours of walk, he came in the forest and he was very tired. And he saw a lake full of water. He jumped in, he swam, he drank water, he felt very fresh. He said, Krishna is very intelligent. He made lake in the forest and he filled it with rain and he made water. And water is so refreshing, so easily available, but so refreshing. Just I come in contact with water, I feel fresh, right? Krishna is very intelligent, very nice. He continued walking 2, 3 hours more. Now he was on the street. It was hot sun in the afternoon. He was feeling the heat. And he came under a big tree. And he felt cool. He stopped. He said, wow, Krishna is so intelligent. Above the tree, there is sun which is so hot. Under the tree, it is so shade. Thanda, thanda, cool, cool. Very nice. Just 1 centimeter outside the shade, it is so heavy. But 1 centimeter inside, it is so cool. Very intelligent. He made a tree on the street. So he sat down. Because of the cool breeze and tiredness, he was feeling sleepy. So he lay down and he saw such a big tree, hundreds of branches, thousands of leaves, and small, small fruits. And he's a very intelligent person, genius, critical. He said, oh, Krishna did one mistake. On such a huge tree, he put small, small fruits. And small, small creepers, he put big, big watermelon. He did a mistake. Next time he should balance the load. On huge tree, he should put big, big, huge watermelon. And small creepers and plants, he should put small, small fruits. The load is balanced. This is wrong. How can you put small fruit on a big tree and big fruit on a small plant? And he slept. 2 hours later, he woke up. You know how he woke up? One fruit plug fall down on his head. And he woke up startled. He said, thank you, Krishna, you didn't put watermelon here. If the watermelon had fallen on my head, I would have died. Krishna is perfect, 100 marks. So the Lord is perfect. Sometimes we may not understand what is happening around, but we should know He is perfect. And we follow His directions. Then we are peaceful. And His directions are mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. So please read Bhagavad Gita. Please come for these sessions regularly and add Krishna to your life by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that's purpose of our life, to connect to God, Krishna. Okay, we end here. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna Maha Mantra ki jai. So we will have question answers now. If you have any comments or any questions, just feel free to ask. Yes.
So, Guruji, thanks a lot.
Yeah, go
Guruji,
ahead.
thanks a lot. Like this session was like very, very helpful, and it's great listening. But like my question now will sound a little ridiculous, but like when I'm in presence of like you or like people who are spiritual, like spiritual thoughts come. But when you're out in the open world, uh, like you get to a situation where you understand that okay, instincts have tangible and measurable outcomes. But then when you think that okay, like you're split between taking an instinct decision or an intellectual spiritual decision, you're like, but I am not able to define that tangible benefit which is measurable or quantified by spirituality. So like I do end up making instinctive decisions, and then becomes a source of pain that oh, I made this instinctive decision. Yeah.
Yeah. So you already answered the question. It becomes source of pain. Do you want pain? So some things are short-term pleasing, short-term nectar, long-term poison. Spirituality may be short-term poison, long-term nectar. An intelligent person should choose what? Right? So, when you like to be in association of devotees, uh, increase the association. That will create a habit and a practice so that you take decisions based on intelligence than instinct. So it is a practice which is required. So you be in friendship with devotees right here in um, around you. There are devotees. Make friendship with them, interact with them. So more and more practice will happen. Especially Krishna is already in your heart as Paramatma, right? But the network is weak. So connect to him. And the best way to connect to him is everyday chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Then he will not allow you to go to source of pain. He will shout from within. Don't do. Bad boy, bad girl, not good for you. Bad boy in the sense you are going towards source of pain. No father allows his child to go towards source of pain. The father pulls the child back. So Krishna from within will talk to us. Right? Don't do this. Right? And be with good devotee friends. Chant Hare Krishna. It will help you out.
Thanks.
Okay? All the best. Your good name?
Oh,
Dhaval.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. How it is different from chanting any other? Okay. Okay. So just like table. If I hold as a table, I will not receive table in my life. Because table is matter. And the sound of matter, sound denoting matter, denoting object, and the object, they have no equality. It is only a language relationship. You're with me? So I can call this chair and it doesn't matter. If if the language committee agrees, from tomorrow we can call this chair, it doesn't matter. Right? So it's just a correlation set up for us to converse. Krishna sound is not like that. It is not the language relationship with the person Krishna. It is equal to Krishna. Yeah. And Krishna is pure. So because Krishna's name is equal to Krishna, Krishna's name is pure. So when I chant and hear the pure sound, the pure Krishna's name goes from ears to the heart, and the heart becomes peaceful. And the way you can understand is by two things. One is by your own experience. You chant every day, you will feel that joy and peace. And second thing is, there are people in the world who are chanting Hare Krishna for hours together for 40, 50 years now. If at all it was ordinary sound, they would get bored. They would not be able to do this. Even a good Bollywood or a Hollywood song, film song, can you get up early morning in Brahma Murta 5 to 7 and 2 hours sing that for 25 years? Right? You'll be brain dead. It will not work. But we are chanting every day morning 3:30 we wake up. And every day 4:30 a.m. we start this till 7 a.m. And we want to do next day again. This is a proof that the experience we get is different from any other normal sound. Right? So some things have to be experienced. If I tell you this is sweet, a gulab jamun or mithai, sweet, you say prove it. You want a 3 hour class on why it is sweet, or you want in 1 minute to put on your tongue and know it is sweet or not? Right? So that's a better way. So you chant, you will experience that. Is that okay? Yes. Hare Krishna.
Question that so if someone is getting more feeling for now while doing Radha is compared to Krishna, shouldn't that person be better suited to take Radha instead of if the person tries to Krishna but doesn't get that feeling? So isn't the feeling the more important aspect rather than
Well, so Krishna and Radharani are one who has become two for the purpose of giving love and enjoyment to each other. And same Krishna has come down 500 years before as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who gave us Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And Hare refers to Radharani, whose another name is Mother Hara. So because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us this combination, Nam Nam Akari Bauda Nija Sarva Shakti, and he has put all Shakti in this combination of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we follow him and we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. If somebody chants Radharani's name and it helps, we cannot restrict a person not to chant. But because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself requested us, instructed us to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we stick to it. Another thing is, when you meet a person first time or second time in life, you can ask, what is your name? Where do you study? What do you do? From where you are? But if you ask who is your girlfriend, it looks little awkward because you're not yet close. So Radharani is Krishna's private affair, girlfriend, partner. So first become close to Krishna. Then it becomes more appropriate to chant her name. So in Vrindavan, devotees are naturally born there. They have closeness with Krishna. So they chant Radharani's name. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed us to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which includes the name of Radharani. So we follow that philosophy. At the same time, we don't give you restrictions. You are welcome to add Krishna and Radharani in your life. Is that okay? Yes. Yes.
Question now, who am I? How do we understand we are not this mind? Because at times we think that because of our memories, we can relate we are the same person from childhood. But I still cannot understand how we are not this mind. Or explain it to somebody who's somebody else.
Right. So just as if we analyze, we start knowing that I am not this hand, my leg, my body. We don't say I body, my body. In the same way, we say my mind. We don't say I mind. So if you analyze more further, deeper, we understand this mind is doing the job of thinking, feeling, having memories, desiring. But I am different from the mind. That's why there are two voices inside. Sometimes your mind says, do this, and there's another voice, we say, don't do this. That means there's two. One is mind and one is soul. In fact, there's intelligence also, right? So, the more we analyze, the more we realize that I am not this hand, I am not this heart, I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am not this intelligent, I am pure soul. So it requires more analysis and more practice. But the more we practice spiritual path, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, the more we get self-realized that I am different from all this. I am proper soul. Okay? Next question. Yes.
I have a question on the purpose of creation. Is it within our scope of understanding to understand why it was creation, or will we understand that through Mantra over time, or we come to the fact that it's not, you know,
Well, yes, this creation is there to give us an opportunity to offer love to Krishna. Krishna loves us. Now we should love him back. So we have given this opportunity, this life, this existence. We have given a flower. What to do with that flower? Offer to Krishna. That is love. We have been given so many opportunities in this creation and the very creation itself, so that we can rectify ourselves, make ourselves pure, and offer love back to Krishna. So that's why it exists. Okay. Next question. Yes.
Like you mentioned, the chant, Hare Krishna. So why specifically that? Why not, Om Gan Ganpati? Because Ganesha is like, first, God, Om, before we do anything, right, we pray. Why not do that?
Yeah, do that.
You are more, towards.
Yes. As I mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is accepted as a supreme personality of Godhead, and we are part and parcel of Krishna. So when we chant Hare Krishna, we get connected to him, and that's the purpose of life. But anything else which helps us to connect, that's fine. If you want to know more technical details, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that there are many devatas like Brahma, Shiva, Indra, Chandra, Varun, Vayu, Agni, Durga, and Ganesh ji is also one devata. And we are part and parcel of Krishna, Bhagavan, not devata. So when we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra directly, we directly get connected to our Supreme Father. But when we practice the puja of devatas, they help us to connect to our Father. But that is an indirect way. Why don't we do direct? And if you consider Ganeshji as Supreme Father, that is inappropriate because even he is created by Krishna. So we are part and parcel of Krishna. We directly serve Krishna. Okay? But if you want to do that, go ahead. He will bless you. And one day Ganeshji will come and tell you, Arey Baba, bahut ho gaya, abhi chant Hare Krishna. Right? So on his behalf, we are requesting. Is that okay? Next question. Yes.
One is about the characteristics. That is what is so sometimes you have a gut feeling. Like, should I go for higher education abroad or should I join a monastery? You have a gut feeling that these people will be nice, make a lot of sense, like do this. Is that intelligence or is that instinct?
Well, that is intelligence. When there is choice, there is intelligence. When there are two options, that is intelligence. When there is doubt, there is intelligence. When there is confusion, there is intelligence. Instinct is lion eating goat. Lion doesn't think whether I should eat sandwich or goat. Lion doesn't have that. That is instinct. So when you have two paths, that's intelligence. Still in doubt, not be able to determine or make a decision. So at that time, it's good to ask somebody who is wise, our teachers, our parents, our spiritual master, sadhus, that this is confusion. Like Arjuna, he was ready for the battle, but he got confused whether to fight or not. What is my duty? At one place, it seems like I should fight. That is my duty as a Kshatriya, warrior. Other place, I should not fight. Why should I kill my own men? Just for a property, a kingdom. But what he did in confusion, he didn't ran away. He didn't took a decision. He went to Krishna. Say, Krishna, I am confused. I am stressed. I am restless. And Krishna sorted out his confusion. Arjuna, who was crying before Bhagavad Gita, after 30 minutes of hearing, he started smiling and he fought the war and he became man of the match. Right? Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu ma manusmara yuddhaya cha. Krishna said, think of me and fight. Fighting is your duty, but you think of. So we seek answer. Yeah.
Direction that is what I should do. With the gut feeling, I don't have a reason, I cannot rationalize why I should do that. I feel like this is the right thing for me. My intelligence may know it, but there are some pros and cons here, there are pros and cons here, rationalize, and I cannot reach a decision by analyzing, even by consultation, different people advise different things. And you have to listen to, whatever, generally use our instinct for that, and that's why I want to distinguish.
Oh, okay. Well, this word instinct is different from the instinct we used. The word we use is for animal instinct, pre-programmed. This is what you are actually calling is intuition. You don't have a reason that it is right, but it looks like, right? So that's fine. Life is an experiment and learning. Okay? Yeah.
So about difference between the dead body and the living body. You said this experience of, when the person is dead, you say he's gone, he's not there anymore. But when he's living, you can interact with him, have exchanges and so on. Nowadays we are finding that we can program a device and we can have very meaningful interactions with the device. We can have conversations, we can learn things, we can have a lot of meaningful exchanges with all these robots and AI models. So is that bringing a soul into that machine, or is there a difference between that and a soul?
Of course not. That meaningful conversation looks meaningful because they are mimicking a human interaction, but there are no emotions and feelings. When a robot tells you, I love you, there is no love, right? There is no experience, there is no emotions. If a robot says, uh, this food is nice, it is just mimicking. It doesn't know the taste of food, right? The robot doesn't know. The robot is not aware that I am in Seattle. There is no conscious experience, right? So that's just mimicking human exchanges. But that's not human, that's not emotion, there's no soul. Soul means there is experience of pain and pleasure, there is self-awareness, there's conscious experience. There's no pain and pleasure for the robot.
All these experiences and awareness, that's more of a subjective thing. The robot knows, what we're experiencing or not experiencing. But from a person who's looking at it, like the person who's looking at the dead body or the living person, the way you distinguish it with your interactions with that person, the behavior that you exhibit. And the robot can exhibit the same kind of behaviors that a person can. Is the person mimicking, or is that something coming from some other source, or is the robot is pretty living? But the question is, the people are also, I don't know, they're mimicking, or like the way a child wants to speak. If he sees what people are speaking, he starts speaking in that way.
Well, to answer that question, I will change the word mimicking then. Because only a human can mimic. Even if a human mimics and tells you, I love you, and he doesn't love you, only a human can do that and pretend to love you. A robot can't even pretend to love you. It will just mechanically use the word love. You're with me?
Kind of.
Yeah. So the converse is not true. If a human has a particular interaction and a machine does the same interaction, that doesn't make machine living entity. Living life is more complex than what a robot can be programmed. You heard of Schrodinger? Schrodinger. He wrote a book, What is Life? Very small book. It will be there in your library. Go through it. The first page of the book starts with the question, what is life? And the last paragraph of the book ends with, what is life? And it doesn't give an answer. And he intellectually explains it's not easy to answer. Life is not yet defined, neither by biology, nor by physics, nor by chemistry, nor by neurology, nor by compute. It's not computational anyway, nor by quantum mechanics. Up till now, consciousness has not been defined, right? So a robot or a AI may just be programmed to look like that. Yes, somebody raised their hand. Yes. Yeah.
Of the intellect, uh, does intelligence ever, because we have intelligence, will that interfere with our instinctive action? Like, if, for example, we see some food, but because we are intelligent, we say that that's not good food to eat, and we don't.
It does every day. Doesn't it do every day? In childhood, you may not be washing your hands, but now intelligence has uh, created a new program that every time you go to toilet, you wash hands, right? That's one example. Every time you eat, you wash hands after that. You touch shoes, you wash hands, right? So intelligence does that. That's the purpose of intelligence, to discriminate between good and bad, right and wrong, true and false. And the more sattvic we are, the more better we take decisions, right? Not hurt others, don't give pain to others, don't speak rude language, right? And if I use a word which hurt others, next time I will not use. The first time I use by instinct, next time I'm avoiding by intellect, right? Yes, yes.
Pain and pleasure. So we have put that pains and pleasures in my context. So if I get some pain, but I get, if it's a small thing that happened, but I get depressed on it and I draw more amount of pain in that situation, will it be that I'm drawing like all the pain which I had to get and I get finished the quota of pain early? So I don't understand this.
Well, it is more complicated than such a simple way, because when I am drawing pain, is it drawing from the quota or am I creating new pain by my um, present active depression, right? So better to not live life in that way. Better to live life as normal sattvic person. If there's a minor pain, we tolerate it. If it is beyond our tolerance, we protect ourselves and we go on with life. So with the very process of dealing with pain can be a choice of increasing pain, can be a new karma, can be adding to the stock. You're with me?
Pains and hyperpains. So does that mean that they're increasing the amount of pain in that case?
No, they are fixed, but dynamically we are adding to the quota, to the stock. For example, suppose, just for example, it's not possible. Suppose there's 100 units of pain I am going to receive. And from one source I received 2. How much remaining is 98? But the way I deal with the situation, I can make 100 into 102. I can increase the stock because the way I deal with situation may be wrong, right? So what additional I am getting may not be from 98, maybe just the one created now. For example, I am healthy now, and a child asks, "Father, give me ice cream." And after he eats ice cream, he wants a cold drink. And after cold drink, he goes in the rain and dances. He's going to get cold. His nose is going to run, right? Now, is that because last life he was supposed to get a today karma of running nose, or today he did a mistake of going in the rain after cold drink? So there's something called karma rog, there's something called karya rog. Karma yoga is which comes from previous life. Karya rog is today's mistake or today's foolishness. So when I'm dealing with my pain in a foolish way, I may increase it. Okay. Yes.
Mr. Prabhu, so I've always had this question. It's along the lines of creation. So we know that Krishna created the entire universe and multiple universes, right? I always have debates with my agnostic, atheistic friends, and I always tend to like have a sense of defeat when I'm not able to answer this question. And the question is like, if Krishna created the universe and who created Krishna, how did it begin? I've had multiple answers, like Krishna is unborn, he's eternal, or the Supreme Soul and the individual souls are unborn, eternal, and they were always living. So what's your take on it? How do I understand it better? Like,
Yeah. Who created Krishna? See, the very definition of Krishna means he's God, source of everything. So if anything created Krishna, then that anything becomes source of Krishna. So that Krishna is not God. So this question is against the very definition. Point two, created means A created B, means there should be a time T when A exists and B doesn't exist, and T plus something where A and B both exist. Then only we can say A created B. Right? So this question depends on the factor of time. And this question cannot be applicable to Krishna because he created time. So when there was no time and Krishna was there, how can we ask this question of creation? And in fact, this statement is wrong because I use the word when. And when is not time, and Krishna was beyond time. Krishna is beyond time. Right? So just like the laws of physics, which are applicable to most of the matter around us, break when you go to atomic structure. Similarly, the laws of whatever creation and logic we understand break when we go to understand Krishna. So the same logic cannot be used. That everything is created, so Krishna should also be created. Same logic cannot be used for Krishna because he is not part of this logical world. You're with me? I can give a geometrical example, but I think, cusp, what is cusp in geometry? Anybody? Cusp? Okay, in geometry, there are some shapes which are called, at one point in the shape, it's called cusp, where the laws of geometry break. Not same geometrical laws are applicable as it's applicable to all the points. They are special points. In the same way, the normal laws of way we understand world break logically when we try to understand Krishna because he's not part of us. Something who is not part of us, we want to understand it with the same logic and laws, we will run into contradictions. Right? So if I want to understand the length between this wall and this wall, it's a possibility. So if I ask you, what is your good name? Rahul. Rahul, how much liter is this wall from this wall? 20 liter. See, it doesn't make sense because liter is not a unit of distance. So if I want to understand distance through liter, it's foolishness. Right? So logic is used to understand this world, but it's not adequate to understand Krishna, who is not of this world. If I want to understand logic to understand Krishna, which means I want to use liter to understand the distance. It's not a proper unit. So we need a new unit, a new science. And that's what Bhagavad Gita.
yeah, so that's where the debate with atheistic or agnostic people ends for me, because they can't accept that there is a creator and that's the starting point. So they want some explanation to how did that happen. So,
Yeah. So in present system of logic and mathematics, there is no way to prove God exists, and there is no way to prove God doesn't exist. Because it's a cusp, it is away from the system. You got this, right? The distance is, the liter cannot be used to understand distance. So logic cannot be used to understand Krishna because it's out of the system.
it can only be realized
revealed.
individual.
It can be revealed. Krishna's presence can be revealed to us by sadhana. Does milk contain ghee? Show it. Show to me. I'll bring a glass of milk. Show it. Logically impossible. But you need a process for the ghee to come out. So Krishna is in this world? Yes. But you need a process. Is there mobile signals in this room? But you need a gadget and a SIM card. Is Krishna in the room? Yes. Where is the gadget? This body is a gadget, but it's not tuned. You need to repair this body, then you can see the signals. Krishna is perceivable, right? So this body has to be pure. Then we can perceive Krishna right sitting here in the room. His mobile, if it is under repair, it cannot access the mobile signals. That doesn't mean mobile signals don't exist. So when the body is sattvic, chanting Hare Krishna, we can perceive Krishna. Okay. I guess I have a next class at 5:30 p.m. in Portland. So I'm driving from here. So excuse me. Thank you very much. Very good. I have some pens to distribute to students, but I don't know I have enough. Okay, very nice. I have cookies also. And I would like to take group photos. So how do we do first? Okay, what we do is I distribute cookies and pens. You come in a queue. And after that, don't go back. Just stand here. We'll take a photo. Is that okay?
Maybe we can try, keep a seat for you here, because there is a larger crowd. You can take a picture.
Yeah, okay. But let me distribute first. Give me my bag. Yeah, please come. Some time, right?
Yes.
I have some pens to distribute. They'll be happy. Where did it is? Okay, please come. Maybe students first. Let me see. Students first.
Students first.
Student first, then your luck. Hare Krishna. Okay, we can be faster. There are two queues also. Rahul?